How the heck did this happen? Are you shocked yet? You may be when you hear the statistic that I came across this morning, and I am baffled at how my fellow Americans allowed themselves to get into this position. Food prices are soaring, fuel prices are soaring, housing prices are soaring, everything's soaring. But then I read this statistic and it scares the death out of me regarding the well-being of my fellow Americans and what the future is going to look like for our economy. I've got that for you and a lot more in this video. Let's go. I'm doing my normal morning routine and I come across a headline that shocks me. It says 46% of Americans could not absorb a $1,000 emergency expense item that might come up, a major car repair, whatever the case may be. And I read that and I'm like, what? Almost half? So I Googled it, and there's even other statistics that are more egregious than that. A CNBC article said 56% of Americans. And I'm like, how did we get ourselves into this position? I know also that yesterday consumer credit numbers were released. Credit card debt is like at all-time highs. We know fuel prices are soaring. We know food prices are soaring. We know housing prices are soaring. Isn't that alone like an extra $1,000 per year, probably $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 per year as compared to last year? Where are these people going to get the money once their credit cards run out to pay for these fundamental survival needs, right? Food, transportation, housing. I'm confused about what things are going to look like, let's say a year from now. Like I said, once the credit cards are maxed out, where are people going to get money? I mean, the economy could come to a complete standstill. Now, that could be the point where the Fed has to pivot on their hard money and, let their hawkish stance and let more money flow into the economy. Maybe there'll be more stimulus checks. Maybe there'll be like emergency aid to Americans to help pay for soaring food and fuel prices. They're going to have to do something. And when that happens, the easy money spickets are going to reopen. The price of silver and gold are going to soar. But how the heck, America, I'm not perfect. But how did half of us get into a financial position where we don't have $1,000 to cover an emergency expense? I mean, these people must have almost negative net worths, and it's really sad. It's really kind of, a sad state of affairs. And I blame, to a certain degree, the lack of financial education in this country. People aren't taught how to manage money. What people are taught over and over again is how to get themselves in debt and how to become a debt slave. And that's a big problem. And I went off on a real big tangent. I hope you enjoyed this video. I appreciate you being here, and I will look forward to seeing you next time here in the basement.